Let me tell you something that can shift your whole perspective. It doesn't matter what others say about you, it doesn't matter what your anxious thoughts whisper. Everything around you may be declaring you can't, but God is declaring with authority, yes, you can. People always have opinions. If I had listened to the noise around me, I would still be sitting in my hometown like someone waiting for a train that was cancelled long time ago. But then God reminded me of the bumblebee. You have probably heard the old saying scientists proved bees or bumblebees shouldn't be able to fly. Well, the bumblebees can't fly claim is a 1930s myth. Early researchers made flawed aerodynamic calculations using the aerodynamics of aeroplanes, not the physics of insect flight. So they didn't prove bees can't fly, they simply proved their understanding was too limited to explain how bees flew. In other words, the problem wasn't the bee, the problem was their calculation. Now imagine if the bumblebee could hear all those early scientists in the 1930s saying about them, oh, your wings are too small to fly, your body is too big, you're not built for flight. That poor bee would probably fold its wings, lie flat on the earth, and schedule a counseling session. But it didn't. Why? Because the bumblebee doesn't listen to critics. It doesn't listen to flawed calculations. It doesn't listen to limited understanding. It listens to one voice, the voice of its creator, written into its God designed DNA, declaring, yes, you can. Yes, you can fly. And so it flies. Not because experts agreed, not because the math added up, but because it was created to fly. And that's you. Your critics may have limited understanding of your destiny. Your circumstances may have flawed calculations. Your own mind may sometimes misinterpret your potential, but God never miscalculates. And God never underestimates who He created you to be, because you have been made wonderfully and fearfully by God. Jesus didn't teach you to negotiate with your barriers. He didn't say, describe your mountain. Your words shape the world you walk into. Your speech is building your future. So take a lesson from the bumblebee. When the world says you can't, when the facts look against you, when people misunderstand your design, remember, your designer never did. Speak like someone who knows God never writes a promise He won't fulfill. Your words create the future you walk into. So make sure you're building something worth living in. You are created with purpose, programmed with potential, and filled with divine capability. So lift your head, steady your voice, and declare boldly, yes, I can. Yes, God said I can. And yes, watch me fly. If this has blessed you, please subscribe to this channel, and that will be a great blessing to us. See you at the next one. Bye.